See You Yesterday is Netflix's latest sci-fi adventure movie to be released on the platform. Focusing around two teenage students and their ability to travel through time, is this movie just a recycle the Back to the Future, or is this an original, enjoyable watch? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm BrainPilot, and here is a review of Netflix's See You Yesterday. Just to let you know, this video is going to contain spoilers, so watch with caution. Off the bat, within the first 10 minutes of the movie, you can see that this story is revolving around police brutality and the way that they treat black citizens in the United States. This is made clear when we see the main character and her brother being questioned by the police in a disrespectful way, screaming at them for IDs for no apparent reason whatsoever when they've done nothing wrong. Time travel is the main focus, and both CJ and Sebastian are trying to achieve time travel, and essentially be able to travel back 24 hours to be able to save her brother from being murdered. I think this is an extremely original and interesting concept to have as a reason to be able to go back in time. Rather than it being a generic story of traveling back decades and exploring, it's solely focused around going back one whole day. You see the bond between the brother and sister, and they both dish their compliments back and forth to each other, highlighting how close they are and talking about their future together. The movie did a good job of portraying the characters and showing us just how real they actually are, rather than just people on a screen. Like many shows on TV right now, it does consist of a lot of social commentary and political issues, but this movie puts it on you in a way that doesn't make you feel like it's being pressed upon you. It was in your face visually, but it was understandable, and whilst watching it, it didn't feel awfully forced upon me. Whilst we see how brutal the police can be, we also see that on the other hand, the gangs in the movie can be just as violent and dangerous as well. You see a balanced perspective, and I think that's what makes this movie all the more commendable. It doesn't just push a single viewpoint upon you. We see the pair go back in time, but this causes more detrimental effects and does more bad than good. Considering they were not supposed to alter time at all, they couldn't avoid doing that. This causes Sebastian to die in the past, but in turn, it saves her brother, highlighting that no matter what path she takes, somebody will die. After going back and saving Sebastian, she tries to change the paths that were crossed and save her brother without Sebastian being killed. This is something that unfortunately she's unable to do, and highlights that you can't change what fate has in store for you. As well as that, the message that you take away is the brutality that people inflict onto one another has gotten unnecessarily out of hand, and it's something that people go through on a daily basis. Day after day, on the news, we see situations just like this. It's something that needs to be changed, and I believe that this movie represents that in a mature, clear way. What was supposed to be a fun adventure at the start, for the two teenagers trying to conquer time travel, they end up doing it for a reason that they never possibly imagined they would. I went into this movie thinking that it would be an easy, light-hearted, fun watch. However, after watching it, you do get that, but it's extremely powerful in its messaging. Not only in the way that it highlights brutality, but also in the way that you can't go back and change the world to what you want it to be. I'd like to add as well that the soundtrack and the climax of the movie suited the scene so perfectly, and it transported you to the world and evoked even more emotion out of you. The visuals as well when they're going back in time are absolutely brilliant. It's exactly what you'd imagine it to be like. I'd highly recommend watching this movie, as it's an eye-opener in a completely different way. Go and watch it, enjoy it, and take away its messaging. If you want to see what I've rated many TV shows and movies, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. Comment a movie and I'll rate it over there. Over on the community page, I've started releasing polls. Have a vote and have your say on what videos you see on this channel. As well, if you want to support the channel in a different way, then I've recently set up a Patreon. Over there, you can get your hands on some exclusive content. Take a look and see what you think. What did you think of See You Yesterday? Did you enjoy it? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.